Alright, hello guys, how's it going? We should be live right now. If not, we're going to be in just a second. Should be going live. There we go, alright. So it looks like we're live. Gonna go ahead and move over here. We have a few links open because we might be talking about some weather, but mostly I wanted to talk about some exciting announcement in this live stream. So this is probably going to be like a 1 hour live stream. And if you're watching this after the fact, there is some important announcements that you might be interested in as well if you're not here watching live with us right now. I'm going to go ahead and share this link to my Twitter and Facebook really quick before we get started because I want obviously the maximum amount of viewers to be in as possible because I don't want people to miss out on the new information. So, check out our live. I'm going to go ahead and publish that. Might not tweet it. I'll just put it on my Facebook. Okay, so we are going to be talking about a few things. Also, if you have any general weather questions, I'm going to be taking those as well, or questions about me. It's a general question Q&A, I guess is what we call it. So, Papa Frank says, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. It means the world. Does the southeast look like it's going to get any snow this year? You know, we don't see anything right now, but there's always the foreseeable, unforeseeable future. In a month or so, it'll still be February, so there's a lot more time left this winter. Love your postings. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you, everybody. Everybody saying hello from all over the country. It means the world. All right. So we have a few really cool announcements. By the way, if you like weather models, if you use those, Pivotal Weather actually has the European model and the UK Met model, which are two very good models that typically you can't get free access to, but on Pivotal Weather you can. Things are becoming a lot more free when it comes to the weather models, which is very interesting. Very, very interesting. Also, is there any lag or anything right now, guys? Is everything good? Hopefully it is. I'm not seeing any complaints here. Savannah, you have an amazing channel. Well spoken is your gift. Thank you so much. It hasn't always been this way. If you go to the beginning of my channel, I look back sometimes. I've sounded very different. I've worked on it, a lot of things, and try to just become a better speaker, I guess. So I wasn't born this way. No lag. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right. Sometimes we deal with some lag. Sometimes we don't. I had a few announcements I wanted to go over. I wanted to talk a little bit about what the plans are for this channel moving forward as far as springtime. We have about one more month of meteorological winter left. Meteorological spring starts on March 1st, which is my birthday, by the way, just in case any of you were wondering. So March 1st is the first day of spring technically. Obviously, we still deal with winter weather, probably, at least through the first half of March, if not the whole thing. It just depends. But that's when we're going to start to deal with severe weather, other, parts of weather, a lot of spring-related weather. And that's when we're going to start doing live streams. If you guys were a part of our live streams during the severe weather outbreak in the southeast, it's going to be very similar to that. I expect to be doing that for all enhanced risks or above, which if you are familiar, there's a lot of those per year, a lot. So that's going to be what mostly my springtime channel is about. And then obviously next winter, we're going to start doing the same thing we've done this winter, just general forecasting for wintertime stuff. Our monthly forecast and seasonal forecasts will always continue once per month, obviously, for both of those two things. Lots of exciting stuff coming up. And then obviously hurricane season, it's going to be a whole lot of content coming up for sure. So first off, this was the main announcement I wanted to make. I'm going to leave a link in the comment section that you guys can click, and that will take you to our Weather Freaks weather group. And this is a group that has been growing tremendously. You guys have been doing a great job. You might have heard about it because I've been mentioning it in my videos, but it has been doing an excellent job growing. We're up to, 1,267 members. 1,267 members, and it was only at 1,000 yesterday. So we've gone up already 200 or so members in just 24 hours, and I want to see this be, a very successful group, and it looks to be one of the biggest weather groups on Facebook. So if you would like to join the biggest weather community on Facebook that's unofficial, then go ahead and click that link that I just left down below, and that'll take you to it, and it's going to ask you two questions before we let you join, and then we will accept it. We are looking for moderators, new moderators right now. So if you are interested in that position, if you are informed with weather, things like that, your knowledge of weather as well is going to be important. We are looking for moderators. We only have one right now outside of me, obviously, and we're looking to expand big time. So if you think you are up for that, then please let me know. I made a post in the group that you can go and look at. Actually, I have it open right here. I'll show you guys what it's all about here. And this is what you'll see. This is our background. Very awesome group here. And you can see this is the post. If you want to be a moderator, you would go to this post right here. It's the pinned post right now. And let me know in the comments. You can private message me, stuff like that. But if you are interested in interacting with me, talking about weather model type stuff, you probably want to have a bit of a knowledge of weather if you're going to join, but definitely do so because it's very, very exciting. And I enjoy just the community side of it. That was kind of my New Year's resolution this year, was to be more involved with my community. And I think this is a great first step, is just to have a Facebook group where we can all interact about weather. Thank you so much, Adam Sheets, for the $2 donation. This channel is absolutely great. Thank you so much, man. It means the world. This is an example of something we do on this group as well that you might be interested in. I just wanted to let you know. Is we do model run threads. So this was our 12Z model run thread this morning, and I posted it. And there'll just be like a funny picture or something, and we say that sponsors it. It's mostly a joke. But in the comment section, we will talk about that model run that just came out and post pictures as it's coming out and kind of diagnose it together. We have a lot of people that are very knowledgeable in weather inside the group, and we're looking for more people like that as well, that can be a really good member of the group. I don't know what that just said, but something popped up on my screen. Let's see. My go-to weather news. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much. Razorfish Gaming said, hey, how's it going, man? Again, if any of you have any general weather questions, I will be answering that as well, or questions about the group. But again, I'm going to leave that link once again to the group. I'll be doing that every once in a while during this live stream. Charlie Mower said, I am a little scared. February has been well above average for the past 3 years in the Southeast. So is this the winter we won't get any snow? In the Southeast, you never know. Sometimes that does happen. From 2010 to 2019, people in the Southeast and Mid-Atlantic got really, really spoiled, actually. If you look historically, those areas over that 10-year period actually had above average snowfall during that time period. It might not be the same story here in the 2020s. We just have to wait and see. Obviously, we're in the first winter of the 2020s, so it's hard to say, but we definitely got pretty spoiled during that time frame. Jake Grito, next week snow for New York City. Not quite sure. We'll have to wait and see. Again, we have a few storm chances coming up that we've been talking about in our Weather Freaks Facebook group, but Joshua Martinez, that's great. If you join the group and comment on that post that I showed above, I'll be happy to private message you about that in just a while after I'm done with this stream. So leave a comment there and remind me that you are interested, and I will get back to you on that. On your forecast, you are 10 degrees off. I don't ever make forecasts based on actual temperatures, so I have no idea what you're talking about. We've had nothing as far as snow. We are long overdue. That's kind of the story for a lot of people. A lot of people are dealing with no snow. I have an odd question. Do earthquakes help change currents with warmer waters? That's an interesting question. I haven't heard of any correlation there, but that would be interesting for somebody to do some research on. I'd be really curious. Richmond, VA said their big snows have come in March. Yeah, I remember, what was that, 6 or 7 years ago? You guys got a pretty good snowstorm in March. I remember that one at least. There might have been more as well. I'm going to check for some member requests, see if we've gotten anybody wanting to join. Yeah, it looks like we've gotten a few people. Thank you so much. We generally, if you don't answer both questions, it's going to ask you. I'm not going to accept. Also, the way you answer is going to impact if you're going to get accepted or declined. The mission with this group is not to be. Trying to see what I'm trying to say here. This group was moving in a direction of becoming mostly just people who didn't know about weather and were looking for forecasts, but you're not going to find any forecasts on this group. This group is mostly for people who know about weather and are going to be discussing weather models and model runs as they come out. So just so you know the overall theme of what this group and the direction we're trying to go in. Obviously, we have 1,200 members now. Hopefully, we'll, continue to grow at a really, really fast pace, but so we can't control that entirely, but that is our goal mostly. Going to be an active tornado season for Arkansas, Mississippi, southern states if the track of these storms systems stay like they are. Yeah, I'm interested in March if we'll continue to see these southern storms move through, and as that warm, humid air moves up from the Gulf, obviously, as we get closer to springtime, it's going to be interesting how we see those interact, especially if we start getting more troughs in the east towards the end of the winter through March and April. That would be a bad combo for sure. Let's see. Where is winter in Erie, Pennsylvania? Started to lose hope for this year. Yeah, a lot of people are starting to lose hope because there's a lot of areas even, further north of you, further, areas that average more snowfall that have had no snow basically. So it's been a bad winter for a lot of people. Connie said, thank you for the weather updates. Thank you so much for watching. Let's see. Please bring snow. I'm not in charge of the weather, so I can't bring snow to anybody. A lot of people will be like, make nor'easters come to the East Coast, and, I don't know if they're entirely joking or if they think I actually control the weather. Nobody's on Facebook anymore. Well, 1,267 people are. So, there's that. Why have the models been so difficult and off this year? I've been searching for the answers to that question, and it, kind of comes up short every time. I've heard people talk about 5G networks. That's kind of the one I'm leaning towards. I heard rumors in the summertime that would really, really impact weather, technology, and it would set us back years and years and years, and that's pretty much what it feels like. So that's why I'm kind of suspicious that could have something to do with it. But really, there is no answer. I've heard climate change too. I don't think that's the cause because climate change, obviously, we all know weather, climate, it's always changing. The models are prepared for changes like that, and they sample the weather as it comes. So it doesn't really make sense that would be really impacting the weather models at all, I don't think. Do you know how bad the storms will be in Alabama with the storm system on Monday or Tuesday? I was looking for the potential for some severe weather, but if you look at our, actual severe weather outlooks here, let's take a look at the convective outlooks. Looks like we have a marginal risk today for Florida, and then we have another marginal outlook on day 3 for Florida, but really nothing for the deep south like your area. It doesn't look right now. Ours very mild winter. Yeah, a lot of people have been dealing with a very mild winter so far. I've always mentioned that a lot of winters where we've seen the most snow were warm up until February or well into February, and then had a snowy March as well. That can really help rebound the winter and make it, at least closer to average. We saw that in 2014 to 2015 as well, where December, January, disappointment, and then February, March, definitely better. And we also saw that in 2017 to 2018, I believe, as well. Let's see. How long will warm last in the southeast? Well, there's no really time limit on it. It could last forever. But really, the teleconnections look to get a little bit better as we head towards mid-February, but that doesn't guarantee that it won't be warm as well. Tim Edwards, is Kentucky going to get snow? It seems like the jet stream keeps pushing every snowstorm around us. Again, that's a question that can't really be answered. If you want big snows, go to states like Montana and Wyoming. Their snow season has been good. Moving to Wyoming in April, and they get snow year-round pending elevation. That's very true. Yeah, so, it's just not the Northeast year, It hasn't been for 2 years now. So we've been dealing with kind of more disappointing winners lately. Again, if anybody has any general weather questions they'd like answered, you can go ahead and let me know. And here is that link once again. I'm going to accept all of these requests the second I get off of the stream. So you can click that, go to our Facebook group. Again, let me show you that Facebook group. That's the biggest announcement I wanted to make. We're looking for more moderators. If you are interested, you have to be knowledgeable about weather. We're trying to move towards a more educated group. A lot like some other weather groups are. Right now, ours, as far as I know, is the biggest on Facebook and most active, which is really good news so far, but we could do much better, I believe. We also do model thread runs, or model run threads, and we will go over that, and together we will look at the model runs as they come out. Those haven't been too active, but I don't think people quite know what they are, or not the majority of people at least, because we have a few people joining in and trying to go over weather stuff with us, but this is kind of an idea of what you could expect, and we're looking for a lot of contributions from, really loyal members. So if you are interested, please click that link and go ahead and join us. When will Pennsylvania get snow? Again, can't really answer that. We don't know. Gonna go look at those requests once again, try to accept some of these. Based on these answers, we have a few people who know a lot about weather. I ask you what your weather knowledge is 1 out of 10 because we want people who are more knowledgeable about weather, and also we aren't looking for people who are trying to get forecasts or just ask questions. We want people who are going to contribute to the group and just discuss weather, because that's really the purpose of the group as a whole. You have to answer those questions. I saw somebody didn't answer any of the questions. If you do not answer the questions, we're not going to accept you. A few people did not. Let's see. All right, a few people did not answer any questions. We see some people who are very knowledgeable in weather. That's good. That's what we're looking for. We want more educated, like I said, a more educated group. All right, so we're getting a lot of requests. I accepted a few, so you can go check if I accepted you, but really there's a lot coming in, which I highly appreciate for sure. It's very, very exciting just being able to interact with this community. And again, guys, we're going to be talking about all sorts of model discussions. I can't wait to see what we can do with the severe weather season, the hurricane season, and then once again in the wintertime, even we have a few more months with winter storms. It's so fun tracking winter storms as the model runs keep coming in and just trying to see the trends. That's the type of stuff that I would like to do with the community. Again, if you're just joining this stream, I kind of felt like I wanted, as a New Year resolution, I wanted to be more community-based and be involved with my community that I've luckily been able to, I guess create, but we've all created it together. But just the subscriber base, it's such a good opportunity for me to interact with tons of people who love weather like I love weather. And that's the goal here. That is the goal. People joined yesterday. Let's see. What do you predict the Red River Valley as far as severe thunderstorms this spring and summer? I'm not quite familiar with where that area is, Dylan. If you could let me know what state, I could give you a much better outlook. Anthony, Kansas, and we were forecasted 3 to 6 inches of snow, and we basically got nothing. That's interesting. I actually was seeing where I thought a lot of areas were doing good. Let me see, snowfall analysis. If you ever want to see how much snow officially fell, you can come to this page. Let's see. Looks like it hasn't updated in a while. Yeah, I'm not getting that. There's an interactive one here, typically this one. Now, what's the one? I had one on my phone that was a little more interactive than that, but if you go to the snowfall analysis, typically you can get a pretty good insight of how much snow had fallen. Let's see. For some reason I can't, do I need to refresh this? It's only going out to the 27th, so the new data hasn't come in. But from what I had seen, the border of Oklahoma and Kansas had done quite well. GG goes pro. We just came out with new questions for the membership approval just today. So if you were accepted yesterday, there wouldn't have been questions. So you're fine. Is the deep state controlling the weather this winter, keeping it warm and push their? No, I don't. I don't think so. We've seen winters like this in the past. People are acting like this is historically bad. We've never seen anything like this. People forget 2000 to 2010. Some of those winters. People were spoiled from 2010 to 2019, and now we're kind of in a whole different phase these past two winters. Let's see. Huge fan of your channel. Do you think the weather is intensifying in general? No. I don't see too much evidence of that, concrete evidence, I would say. I mean, lately it's been in a phase where it's been a little bit extra intense, not particularly in the winter, but particularly during the hurricane season, these past 2 or 3. But I think we saw something like that from 2003 to 2005 as well. So it's going to take a couple more years of really intense tropical seasons for me to be like, okay, well, this is for sure weird. But right now, I'm not seeing concrete evidence of that. Why do you think the Northeast has seen so many tornadoes recently? The Northeast has had a lot of tornadoes recently? What do you mean by recently? That's the real question. Michael Manton, thank you. I'd appreciate it if you join. Make sure you save the link, though, or remember the name. I'll leave that link once again for the Facebook group for more people that are trying to join. I was getting requests like every minute, so we're about to get some new activity. The real question is, why in the world has the seismic activity near Puerto Rico and Cuba and Jamaica been so crazy? Well, we do have a, don't we have a, what do they call it? One of the areas where we're susceptible to earthquakes is directly under the Caribbean. If I'm not really like an earthquake guy, but I'm pretty sure we have an area that's very susceptible to earthquakes that runs from Mexico through the Caribbean and partially into the Atlantic. Somebody who knows more could correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's an area where we would typically see some pretty bad earthquakes. Past couple of years. It probably has something to do with the temperature patterns. When we see warm weather in the spring and summer months, followed by strong cold fronts that come through, that's just the recipe for disaster. And we typically see that in the deep south, but I wouldn't be surprised if we've seen more of that in the mid-Atlantic and Northeast lately. Great channel. We keep hoping for more snow in central Maine. What do you think is the chance that a pattern will emerge for more snow in February? Well, seeing as typically we don't see one pattern stick around for an entire month's time frame, I would say that the chance for the pattern to switch at some point between now and the end of February is very high. I would say we're probably at about 80 to 90% chance that we see some sort of switch up in the pattern because we would not typically see a pattern stick around that long. But for right now, in the foreseeable future, we can't really see an end in sight. So it's kind of a toss-up. But chances are it will switch just based off of history. Right, that's a fault line. That's what it is. Sorry, couldn't get the word to come to me. So the fault line runs underneath the Caribbean, I think, if that's correct. Cynthia Lewis reminded me what the word is. But I believe there's one that runs underneath the Caribbean. But again, I'm not an earthquake guy, so. Still find it interesting that 2018 to 2019 winter was very snowy for Southwest Ohio, which was shortly after the activity in Krakatoa. Any correlation, you think? Wait, 2018 to 2019 was an active winter in Ohio? I know interior Maine and northern New Hampshire, northern Vermont, and then like very far inland New York. I feel like that was the area that was the bullseye last winter. You're welcome, Kevin. You're welcome. That's why I'm here. Like I want to do these lives more, just answer some questions. Again, in the springtime when we do them, it's most likely going to be for specific severe weather events. But today, I just want to come on here, talk to you guys a little bit. I had a little bit of extra time, so I just wanted to hop on here and talk to you guys for a little bit. Again, I'm going to leave a link for our Facebook page. I'm just going to keep doing this. I know it's probably getting annoying for those of you who've been here the whole time, but I really, really just want to see it be an active community, and it already is. But like the sky's the limit with things like this. I want it to be the most active and biggest weather group on Facebook right now. I wouldn't call it organic as far as growth and just running. If I don't post on it, it typically starts to die down where not a lot of people are posting. So it's not self-sustainable yet. Obviously, I want to be active in it, and it's a place where if you want to interact with me regularly, I've been getting on throughout the day and commenting on a lot of posts and interacting with people every day for I think like 3 days in a row now, and I want to continue doing that because it's been a whole lot of fun. But I would also love to see the group be at a place where there's other moderators and veterans of the group that are able to carry it as well, and just make sure it's a community that's going to stay alive. I've seen so many Facebook groups completely die out and just nobody posts on it and nobody interacts with the post. So that's why we want to make it a very healthy group, and it all starts with the foundation, I think. Dylan, thank you. Again, if anybody wants to be a moderator, you have to comment. I'll literally show you guys the post. It's this pinned one right here at the top. Right there. And if you comment on it, I will private message you after I'm done with this live stream, and we will talk about you becoming a moderator. We need probably like a handful, and I only have one right now. So there's a lot of positions available. And really, you want to make sure you're ready for that type of commitment, because I want somebody who's going to be able to be a regular person that's regularly on the group and able to interact with people and make sure that the group just keeps going, like I've stated a few times now. We have a lot of requests coming in, guys. Thank you so much. Again, you have to answer those questions, though, or else I'm not going to accept it. You can go back and do it, I'm pretty sure. But, yeah, so I'm going to post that link once again. Also, I forgot to mention, we have multiple YouTubers who are also in this group, not just me. So it's me, I'm Direct Weather. Obviously, you're on my live stream right now. And then we also have, David Schlotthauer is in the group. We have MBGC Combo. Is it MBGC or NGBC? I always get it mixed up, but he's in it. And then also, Weather Decoded is also in the group. So we have, I think that's probably a lineup of some of the biggest weather YouTubers there is. So a lot of weather YouTubers are in it, but right now, obviously, I'm the one who made the group, but it's not about direct weather. It's about the weather community as a whole, and that's why I'm just trying to get as many people to join as possible. I want it to be as active and as good of a place as it can possibly be. Probably the best winter snow-wise I've seen in years. 3 storms back-to-back gave us about 27 inches of snow. That's interesting because a lot of people did not have a good winter last year. So again, if you're just joining, the reason I have to keep mentioning it is because people keep joining, leaving, new people join. So I want to make sure everybody knows what we're talking about here. This is our Facebook group, Weather Freaks. We're looking for moderators and new members. So I've left the link in the comments multiple times that you can go ahead and click and join. So I'm going to start going through requests again, but you have to answer those questions. Got a few requests here. All right, sweet. Some of you have not answered the questions. If you don't do that, again, I'm not going to be able to accept. Also, based on how you answer, what is your purpose for joining Weather Freaks, I'm going to accept or decline. We are looking for people who want to actively add to the group and discuss weather, not people who are going to be like, well, how much snow can I expect in February for my state? That's not what this group is about. So I would not recommend joining if that's your goal there. It's more of a place to discuss the weather. So I'm going to go through and accept some of these. You can go check if you've been accepted. I've just accepted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Let's see. 7, 8. Okay. A few of you have not answered any of the questions. Again, you got to do that or else I'm not going to let you in. Do home weather systems help with the models and weather reporting? Home weather systems? I don't think so. I don't exactly know what you mean, though. Is there a chance of a winter storm for the Mid-Atlantic next week, the 7th and 8th? That's way too far out. There is a signal that there could be a storm, but way too far out. We will talk about that in the future if it needs to be discussed. POW Ponder. If you guys want, you see some of these people I don't know personally. So if you guys want to flood their comment section, telling them to join my group, go for it. Tell them to join Weather Freaks on Facebook. But these people that I don't know personally, I don't know how to reach out to them. Maybe an email, but most YouTubers' emails are flooded, the ones that are connected to their YouTube. So there's not really much purpose there. I'm going to leave that link again to join our Facebook group. Very, very active community. All right, going to go check again. A few people. Lots of people here. Anna Brown. A lot of you answered to get forecasts and ask questions. If that's what you pick, I'm not going to be accepting you. I don't know why I'm telling you that because people are now just going to pick the other one. But yeah, that's the reason why I put that there, because I just want to see people's intentions. But a lot of you actually want to add to the group, which is really good news because that's the purpose, like I've stated a few times now. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right. Lots of people asking to join. Cool. All right, so I'm going to go back to the comment section. Again, this isn't all about the Facebook group. It is a lot to do with it. Thank you for the add to Weather Freaks. I look forward to the conversations. Yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Try to be active members, guys. And I'm going to be looking for moderators. I'm going to be watching who's being active and, able to spend a lot of time on the group, and that's going to be my top choices. But again, if you comment on this post marked under announcements, I will get back to you. I'll private message you, and then we'll talk about being moderator. Where's the best place to learn about weather forecasting? Probably college, but that's the simple answer. I mean, there's a lot of books, and there's a lot of stuff online you could learn about, weather as well. And that's how I did it when I was a kid. Read books online, and there's so much knowledge to be learned. People I feel like they get overwhelmed with how much they feel like they need to do, but it's baby steps. Definitely baby steps. You can learn a lot with just the basics. Gonna leave that link once again. I just want to make sure everybody that would be interested in joining the group does join it. And also, if you have any people who love weather and love discussing it, you can invite people. If you're on your computer, you can use this tab and you can type in their name, and if they're in your friends list, they will pop up, or their email address. And also on your phone, there should be a tab towards the top of your screen where you can do the same exact thing. And probably about weekly, I make a post talking about that, asking people to invite members, things like that, as we're just trying to expand and build the foundation right now. So, all right. Again, click that link. You can join our very active Facebook group. It's very exciting. We've already gained a lot of members just in the time that I've been going live, I'm pretty sure. Let's see here. Let me see how many members we're at. We have gone up a lot, actually. So thank you so much, guys. Again, I kind of decided that I wanted to really be more community-based. I've realized that I've kind of been slacking in that area, and I felt like interacting on here would be the easiest way to just, the most dedicated weather people to join. Let's see. we can interact on here. Basically, I'm going to be a very, very active part of this group. I've been very active the past few days. So if you've ever wanted to talk about weather with people who know their stuff, and just be a part of model discussions, weather discussions, very educated stuff, this is definitely the place for you. Was that me or Weather Decoded that posted a video on YouTube a day or two ago about how to use weather models? I don't think that was me. I don't think so. I hope to learn more about whether to interact on the group. I still need to learn more. Well, just being a part of it and observing will hopefully teach people a lot. Just being able to be there. Um, but yeah, we are looking to have it as a very active weather group. The exciting thing is it's already at 1,200 members. Is pretty much the most members I've ever seen in a weather Facebook group ever. So, very, very interesting to see it grow that fast. And I think it's just the backing of how many weather YouTubers we have in this group. Again, David Schlotthauer's a big part of it. Weather Decoded. He doesn't post a lot. He's in it, but I've been in. I've talked to him about it before. We have a few other people, MBGC combo included, that are all a part of this group. Around the 11th, that's way too far in the future to be watching. Um, just to give you guys an example of a model run thread, uh, here was this was where is it? And this is the type of stuff you can get. Whether Christopher's just a great moderator. He's our only other moderator besides me. I'm an admin, but that I'm basically a moderator, but plus basically whether Christopher's our only other moderator, and we're looking for more. I've mentioned that a few times, but he does very, very cool posts that'll teach you a lot about model runs. Definitely join the group and give him a shout out. People posting all the time. Let's see here. We got really active these past 2 days. Here's an example of a weather discussion, a model discussion. We were talking about different things. People post their videos sometimes. Southern Soul Family. I'm going to add some friends of mine who have chased with Reed. That'd be great. We have a few storm chasers in the group, actually. I'm Facebook friends with Reed, but really I don't want to be adding a bunch of people. But yeah, it would be really cool to have some more people. Here's another just great example of whether Christopher, he does a great job with what he does here. And you can see this is the type of discussion we're looking for. People commenting under the post, asking questions, adding to the group. Very, very cool and unique group we have here. I'm looking for one of our model threads. Here was one. This was 18Z last night, and we say, it's sponsored by Winter Storm Leon. Just interesting throwbacks. And then we have people discussing underneath it. Just very, very cool stuff. Here was another one, 12Z. This was one of our more active threads. It was sponsored by the Blizzard of 2010, December. It's really fun to do that because you get a kind of just a throwback of some of previous year's storms. Just a good way to remember it. People mentioning they were there. Then I'd made a lot of discussions about the weather models that were coming out. GFS, Canadian, UCMET, European, all sorts of stuff. But mostly it's me and Weather Christopher that are very, very active right now. Again, if you want to join the moderator crew, you can comment under this and I'll be in active discussion with you after this stream is done. Here we go. There's the link once again in the comment section if you'd like to be a part of this. Gary Godshall said, love what you do every day. Great job. Thank you so, so much. Means the world. Miranda, can I be a part of Weather Freaks? I don't know how to weather forecast, but I want to learn some stuff about it, etc. Yes, if that's your name on Facebook, I'll make sure to add you. a lot of people commenting stuff. Great. I'm going to go check some requests again. 13 member requests, 18 member requests actually. So we got tons and tons of requests. Thank you so much, guys. Can't wait to be watching the weather with you guys. Very active. Adding a lot of you, so you guys can go check because I'm accepting a lot of them right now. Lots of knowledgeable people. Sweet. We just got some more requests. I'm accepting all of those. Again, you have to answer the questions. I'm accepting a ton of them right now, so you guys can go check if you got accepted in. All right, I just accepted a ton of them. And if you comment on something, you can see it on the bottom of my screen. It's on the stream right now, so it's kind of like a shout out. Great things will come of this group. Very exciting. Thank you, Southern Soul family. Again, if you want to help invite new people who would be very interested, who know their stuff about meteorology and weather, make sure to type their name there in this type bar right here. Actually, I'll use pick. It's actually something I should keep on the screen so it doesn't keep changing. But if you use this area right here, if you're on a computer, and notice where my arrow is pointing, that bar right there, if you type in their name or email address, it will invite them to join the group. Anybody you know that would love a group like this or be a very dedicated or good member to the group, please add them. We're looking to expand, obviously, and if you're on your phone, let me check here. If you're on your phone, it's going to be at the top of your screen. There will be a plus button that says invite, and you'll be able to do the same thing. There's a search bar at the top and invite your friends. So make sure to do that. We just hit 1,300 members. So that is so awesome. Here, back in the comment section. Everything I've learned is from watching a lot of the Weather Channel and research and stuff I learned in high school. That's super cool. Gonna leave that link once again, guys. Trying to, if you want to be a moderator, I've gotten 2 comments so far of people who would like to be moderators. Again, I'm going to reach out to you 2 that have done it so far. In just a minute, I'll message you guys about it. But if you're going to do that, please be a dedicated member. Mike, yeah, I'll cover that in just a second. But you got to be a dedicated member. We had a few moderators a couple months back that were active for about 2 days and then completely fell off. And we're not a part of the group, and that's pretty much pointless if you're going to be a moderator to not even be in the group or doing anything. So we want people that are going to be very dedicated and at least have some pretty decent time to be able to be a part of the group. But I will reach out to you guys in just a minute here. I'm going to check for some more requests. Looks like I got most of them. Super cool. We're at 1,302 members. Absolutely awesome, guys. It's growing so fast. You have a few people making posts. Sweet. All right. Make sure you read over the rules in the group, by the way, once you join. That's very important. We have a few set rules that you will definitely get kicked out of the group if you break them. So just make sure to give that a look over, just so you know kind of what we're trying to get out of this group. Again, we're trying to move towards a more educated group more than anything. So we want people who are knowledgeable about weather. I'm going to leave that link once again. Be sure to invite your friends and family that do enjoy weather and discussing it as well. I have a few people asking to be moderators, so hopefully we can get a good handful of people who are going to be able to help with the growth here. Dylan Pollock, did you? Yeah, I think I saw you comment, so that's good. So I will definitely be sure to message you in a minute. Go everybody. I'm trying to see if we have new comments coming in. Again, all of you that are commenting on that post, we're getting plenty of people, which is really good news. I will be sure to get back to you guys the second this live stream is done. Again, be sure to use this bar right here to invite people who would love to be a part of the group. Multiple arrows pointing at it right now, so everybody should know where it's located. And it's going to be a blast just looking at the models with you guys, getting a good idea for what we're trying to do. Lots of people commenting. Cool, cool, cool. All right. I think we've pretty much reached a point where everybody who is going to join the stream has already joined. Everybody knows. I'm going to leave that comment one more time, that link to join our super exciting Facebook group there. I'm going to be advertising it at the beginning of my videos for at least a couple weeks now. Just try to maximize, make sure everybody that wants to be a part of it has the opportunity to become a part of it, things like that. Would you allow live videos on your group for storms that may be happening in people's areas? Possibly. We're going to have to go over things as we get more active. We're going to get more types of posts and things going on like that. So we're going to have to kind of address the rules from that point on. So again, click that link to become a part of the group. Yeah. All right. Any final words, anybody? If anybody has any final words, now would be the time, because I'm about to end the stream. If anybody is new, make sure to click the link that is left in the comment section multiple times. We have like probably 10 different times I've posted the link to join our Facebook group. So be sure to do that. All right, I think everybody said everything they want to say. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much for joining the group. If you did, I hope you enjoyed this discussion where I answered questions, advertised the group, tried to talk more about community and how we're going to move forward in that direction. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.